You've seen the before and afters, the jaw-dropping transformations that seem too good to be true, but the truth is they might actually be within reach. I asked Dr. Camila Rubio Patino, an expert in GLPs, to join us once again to break down the truth behind the internet's most talked about before and afters. What surprised you most?
How fast it works.
Really? I was so excited to talk to Camila because she is a biologist with a PhD in biomedicine. She has over 15 years of experience in research in cell biology, molecular biology, and oncology. And additionally, Camila is also a GLP-1 user herself. So we're gonna take a look at some viral before and afters here. We've got different transformations. This is Katie. This is her before picture. And then this is her after picture. This transformation, I mean, it's very dramatic. Is this something that everyone can expect when they go on a GLP-1?
Clinical studies have shown that patients can lose up to 15% of their body weight in around 1.5 years. But I want to emphasize that every single patient is different. Their metabolism is different. The way their body reacts to food is different. So it's important to let people know that yes, you can expect to lose more body weight on a conventional way of losing weight, but don't expect it to be the same than everyone else. For example, I lost 8% of my body weight. I didn't lost 15%. I haven't been that long in the treatment either, but you need to be careful with your expectations. Even though that's the case, everyone should expect to lose weight.
I mean, they're viral for a reason, right?
Exactly.
These are the most impressive outcomes.
Yes.
So let's take a look at another before and after photo. This is a big change for Ashley. Just jumping in really quick, Ashley, we just mentioned, is Ashley from this show, Shapeshifting. So make sure you check out her episodes too, because she's in this before and after journey. Let's talk about the science though. How does GLP-1 change their physique like this?
The effects that we see in body weight come from the effects of GLP-1 agonists on the gastrointestinal tract. What it's doing is that it's slowing down the speed at which the gastrointestinal tract is working, the speed at which your stomach is emptying, and that's why you feel full faster and for longer periods of time. That combined with things that we still need to understand, you end up losing weight.
So we're telling the body, hey, you're full already, and we extend that feeling for a little while longer through this medication.
We're still learning about what these receptors and their agonists are doing, and we're going to have a lot more data in the future, hopefully, on what's the effect on other organs. But what we know for the moment is that all of these effects are positive in so many different levels.
When it comes to this, you know, we make a lot of show about losing body fat, but is it just body fat?
No, and that's very important to know. Part of the weight that we're losing is not only fat. It's fat, body liquid, bone mass, organ weight, it's muscle mass. If you're losing muscle and you stop the treatment, your metabolism may slow down too. That may account for the fact that sometimes people do recover some weight after that. So exercising is super important.
If you're exercising, your body says, oh, I need these muscles. I'm going to continue to maintain them even though we're losing weight over here. You know, similar to astronauts in space who have to exercise in low gravity.
Does Ozempic make people look sick? Maybe, but I personally think you're confusing looking sick with someone who looks like they've lost a lot of weight. We might have loose skin, but there is nothing in Ozempic that causes us to look any kind of way. Society, social media, all that kind of stuff has made us believe this. And it's a great way to shame people who have lost weight from a medication like Ozempic.
So what would you say to somebody like Amy who's talking about this and getting this information out there for people?
I feel like it's really positive that Amy's talking about it because what she's saying is true. The loose skin is due to the rapid weight loss and not to the treatment. It will happen with any conventional method you use to lose weight. If you lose it fast, you are gonna get this. I wanna explain how the skin is built up. So the skin has several layers, right? We have the epidermis, which is what you see in the surface. We have the dermis and the hypodermis. The hypodermis is composed of blood vessels and fat. And then in the middle, you have the dermis, which has collagen and elastin, which is what makes the skin stretch and contract. When you lose weight very fast, which is the case with GLP-1s, the skin may not be able to completely contract to the point where you don't have extra skin.
because this is so fast, your skin is like trying to catch up.
Exactly.
Is this an extreme case? Is this something where everyone should have it in the back of their mind that this is possible?
I feel like everyone should know that this is a possibility, but with every single treatment that you take throughout your life, you need to know what the possible outcomes are so that you can make an informed decision whether you want to go through it or not. She also touches on risk-benefit. So she says, for me, it is worth it. You need to figure out if it's worth it for you.
It's cool that she's out there raising awareness on this. And you've said this throughout. This is an individual decision.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about you and your journey. You've been taking GLP-1s for several months. What's your experience been like?
So I've been a user for around 4 to 5 months. It's been good for me, the experience. The reason why I started GLP-1 treatment was because during my first pregnancy, I had gestational diabetes, and that completely shifted my metabolism. So I had a very hard time losing the postpartum weight. It took me like a year and a half. During my second pregnancy, fortunately, I didn't develop diabetes, but I didn't want to go through the same process. So I decided to start my GLP-1 agonist treatment. And I've lost about 7 to 8% of my body weight, so I'm pretty happy with my results. The experience for me has been pretty positive in general.
What surprised you most when you first started on GLP-1?
How fast it works.
Really?
Yes, it's really fast. First week you start seeing the results, and in my case, that's what drove me to keep on going. I mean, I have to say that it's also a part of the work that you have to do personally, because if you don't change a few things, then it won't last. But it has changed the way I relate to food at the moment. I'm very conscious of the food that I'm putting into my body, so I try to eat very clean. I have decreased the alcohol intake. Like, I'm a social drinker, but I just don't do it anymore.
There's been a lot of stigma over the years of like, oh, we have to put in all this really hard work and maybe you'll see results and maybe you won't. And this is sort of, seems to me at least, like it's a helping hand toward the work that you still have to do.
Yes.
It just makes it slightly easier.
I don't think GLP-1 treatment is the easy way out, as some people can say it is. You are modifying your lifestyle, you're exercising, you're doing things that you probably didn't do before. And also there's people, like in my case, I couldn't lose weight on my own. I had a metabolic situation going on after my pregnancy and I needed the help. We have to be very careful on the way that we approach this when we look at what people are doing and what we say about it.
So let's talk about the pleasure of eating, right? Everybody feels pleasure when they eat food, but that's gonna change throughout the course of your treatment. So is there anything that you get pleasure eating now that maybe you didn't?
I still get the pleasure of eating. I just get full faster, which is cool to know. Like, I still enjoy my food. But I've learned how to love fruit. Not that I didn't enjoy it before, but now I enjoy it more. It's clean, it's fresh, it's not fatty. It's the one thing that I've learned to love more.
It's one of those kind of psychological changes that you don't see in a before and after picture.
Yes, exactly.
I know it's a meme online to say, this thing changed my brain chemistry. And it's always like, this is a water bottle or a way of doing something or an organizational system. And I get that it's a way to say, this is so cool. But I wanna jump in here and be like, GLP-1s actually do change your brain chemistry. And so do exercise and diet and medications and increasing hydration. And I might be nitpicking to say that like, getting a new water bottle doesn't. It makes you feel good. That will change your brain chemistry. But GLP-1s do this directly because there are receptors in your brain. Not only are you happy that you're eating something cleaner, but the GLP-1 kind of gives you that little hint of like, and by eating this, I'm getting closer to my goal.
I like to say that GLP-1s gave me the opportunity to rediscover things that I have forgotten.
Aside from the physical changes, like what, have you learned anything about yourself over this process?
It makes me proud to see that I can stick to this, that I've been good with my food. Obviously, the most important thing has been the mental effect of, feeling good with yourself again and feeling confident and the way that makes you go through life.
Yeah. Looking at the before and after pictures of yourself, how does that make you feel?
Happy. Very happy.
Well, thanks for coming and talking to us and sharing your experience and your expertise. It's really, really helpful.
Thank you very much for having me.
For those watching, if you've got questions about GLP-1s or ideas for what we should dive into next, drop them in the comments. We might just tackle them in an upcoming episode. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our latest content. Thanks for watching Shape Shifting. The excitement around GLP-1s for weight loss is exploding.
What I eat in a day on a GLP-1 medication.
Today, we're talking with Jarvier Mohammed to break down some of the popular TikTok diet trends, what they are,